Manila, the capital city of the Philippines, has a rich and diverse history that spans over 4 centuries. Here's an overview of the major historical periods and events in the history of Manila. Pre-colonial era. Before the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century, Manila was a thriving settlement known as MANILA. It was a trading hub inhabited by the Tagalog people, who had established a flourishing maritime trade with neighboring regions. Manila was ruled by a Raja, and the area was known for its strategic location along the Pasig River and Manila Bay. Spanish colonial period, 1565 to 1898. In 1565, the Spanish conquistador Miguel López de Legazpi arrived in Manila and established it as the capital of the Spanish East Indies. Under Spanish rule, Manila became a center of political, religious, and economic power in the region. It was the seat of the Spanish colonial government and the headquarters of the Catholic Church in Asia. During the Spanish colonial period, Manila experienced several significant events, such as the construction of Intramuros, a fortified city within Manila, to protect it from foreign invasions. The city also became a major port and a vital link between the Spanish Empire and the Americas through the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade, which lasted for more than 2 centuries. Manila was a witness to various uprisings against Spanish rule, including the 1896 Philippine Revolution led by national hero Andrés Bonifacio. The revolution ultimately led to the declaration of Philippine independence from Spain on June 12, 1898. American and Japanese occupations, 1898 to 1945. Following the Spanish-American War, the United States acquired the Philippines from Spain. Under American rule, Manila continued to grow as a commercial and administrative center. The city underwent significant urban planning and modernization, with the construction of new infrastructure and the establishment of American-style institutions. However, World War II brought immense destruction to Manila. In 1942, during the Japanese occupation, the city was heavily bombed and the Battle of Manila in 1945 resulted in extensive damage, leaving much of the city in ruins. Post-independence era. The Philippines gained independence from the United States on July 4, 1946, and Manila became the capital of the newly established Republic of the Philippines. The post-war years saw efforts to rebuild the city and restore its infrastructure. Rapid urbanization led to the expansion of Manila beyond the walls of Intramuros, and the metropolitan area became known as Metro Manila. Modern Manila. In recent decades, Manila has faced challenges such as overpopulation, traffic congestion, and environmental issues. The city has undergone urban renewal projects, and various cultural and historical sites have been preserved and restored. Manila continues to serve as the economic, political, and cultural center of the Philippines, with a diverse population and a vibrant mix of traditions and influences. It's important to note that this overview provides a brief summary of Manila's history, and there are numerous other events and details that have shaped the city's development over the centuries. Manila, the capital city of the Philippines, has a rich and complex history that spans several centuries. Here is a brief overview of the history of Manila. Pre-colonial era. The area where Manila is located today was originally inhabited by indigenous communities, including the Tagalog people. These communities engaged in trade with neighboring kingdoms and were heavily influenced by Indian, Chinese, and Islamic cultures. Spanish colonial period, 1565 to 1898. In 1565, the Spanish explorer Miguel López de Legazpi established a Spanish settlement in Manila, naming it Intramuros, meaning within the walls. Intramuros became the center of Spanish political, religious, and economic power in the Philippines. During this period, Manila served as the capital of the Spanish East Indies and was an important hub for trade between Asia and the Americas through the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade. The city was fortified with walls and bastions to protect it from invasions. British occupation, 1762 to 1764. In 1762, during the 7 Years' War, the British invaded and occupied Manila. The occupation lasted for 2 years until the Spanish regained control through the Treaty of Paris, which ended the war. American colonial period, 1898 to 1946. After the Spanish-American War in 1898, Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States through the Treaty of Paris. Manila became the capital of the American-controlled Philippine Islands. During this period, Manila underwent significant urban development, with the construction of new infrastructure, such as roads, bridges, and public buildings. World War II and Japanese occupation, 1942 to 1945. During World War II, the Japanese Empire invaded and occupied Manila in 1942. The city was heavily damaged during the Battle of Manila in 1945 when American forces fought to liberate the city from Japanese control. The battle resulted in widespread destruction and loss of life, including the loss of many historical buildings and cultural treasures. Post-independence era. The Philippines gained independence from the United States in 1946. Manila remained the capital of the newly independent nation. Over the years, the city continued to grow and modernize, with the construction of new infrastructure, high-rise buildings, and the expansion of urban areas. Contemporary Manila. Today, Manila is a bustling metropolis and the political, economic, and cultural center of the Philippines. The city has experienced rapid urbanization, population growth, and modernization. It is home to various historical and cultural landmarks, including the reconstructed Intramuros, Rizal Park, the National Museum of the Philippines, and modern commercial districts like Makati and Bonifacio Global City. However, Manila also faces challenges such as traffic congestion, poverty, and urban sprawl. Efforts are being made to address these issues and improve the quality of life for its residents. Manila, the capital city of the Philippines, has a rich and vibrant history that dates back centuries. Here's an overview of the history of Manila. Pre-colonial era. The area where Manila is located was originally inhabited by various indigenous groups, including the Tagalog people. The Tagalogs had a thriving settlement called Manilad, meaning, there is nilad, referring to a mangrove plant that grew abundantly in the area. Spanish colonial period, 1565 to 1898. In 1565, Spanish conquistador Miguel López de Legazpi arrived in the Philippines and established a Spanish presence in Manila. The Spanish colonizers named it Ciudad de Manila and made it the capital of the Spanish East Indies, which included the Philippines, Guam, and the Mariana Islands. Manila became an important trading hub and a center of Spanish political, religious, and economic power